Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. Today I have the new Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette to try out for y'all today. Now this new palette from Natasha Denona, this is a midi size palette and it does retail for $69. You are getting 15 different shadows. Most of the shadows are matte and metallic shades, and there is one cream to powder, and the cream to powder shade is going to be this green one right here. The shade is called Evergreen. Now, I did have the mini retro palette. This is what mini retro looks like, and I'm going to throw up some swatches of this palette next to the new retro glam palette, and you'll see that the shades are not identical, but they are definitely similar shadows. Now, all of the shades in this new retro glam palette are new shades. At least that's what it's saying on the website. I also want to show you some quick comparisons. This is the retro palette. This retro palette was released kind of like around this time last year, and here you can see they are definitely two totally different palettes. Now, I also wanted to hold up the Glam palette. The Glam palette was released, I believe, 2 years ago, and Glam is definitely more of just a cool toned neutral palette. I don't see very much resemblance between Glam and between retro. I see way more resemblance in the mini retro palette than I do in the other two midi size palettes. Now, these little mini palettes, these used to retail for $25. Now I believe they're $29, just like the midi size used to be $65 and now it is $69. So I'm going to be creating 3 looks with this palette. I also have a giveaway going on in today's video. One of you lucky viewers out there will get the chance to win your very own Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. This giveaway is in honor of you all helping me get to 18K here on YouTube. Guys, we are just growing so much, and I just want to thank all of you for your love and support. Definitely stay tuned towards the end of the video because all the details on how to enter, I'll be going over them at that time. And of course, you can always reference the description box for full details and rules on how to enter today's giveaway. If it is your first time here on my channel, I want to say hello and welcome to all of you. My name is Steph. This is what I love to do. I love trying out new makeup. You're always going to see the latest and greatest in makeup reviews. I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes. I'll be creating 3 looks with the new retro glam palette today. We do makeup ranking videos. We just talk about makeup and we have a good time while talking about the makeup. If that sounds like something you want to be a part of and you want to see my videos on pretty much a daily basis, I do tend to upload quite a bit. Do me a favor, click on that subscribe button. Hit the bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you like what you see, if you're a big fan of Natasha Denona or you're just a little curious about this new retro glam palette, what is it all about? Give this video a thumbs up before you go. As usual, I will have everything that I am talking about listed and linked in the description box of today's video. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Really, guys, all of the love and support that you guys have shown me and my channel, it's meant so much to me, and I'm just so happy that I'm able to do this giveaway for one of you lucky viewers out there. And with that, guys, if y'all want to see the new Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette in action, keep on watching. Okay guys, so I'm intrigued with the greens in this palette. You guys know I love a good green shadow, so I think I want to start there. I think I'm going to do a combination of this shade, this one right here, and this one right here. This is the only one that is the cream to powder shade. So I'm going to start first with this one. This one is called Fringe, and I'm taking Fringe on a Rephr 15. Now there is quite a bit of kick up in the pan. I think I might do an all matte look to start off with. So I'm going to take some of this green right here on the inner corner, a little bit on the lid as well. Now on a Rephr 14, I'm going in with the shade Sage. Bring that right here on the lid as well. Those shadows are blending beautifully with one another. I wouldn't expect anything less from Natasha Denona. Now with that same brush, I'm picking up Evergreen, and this is the cream to powder. Going back in with the lightest shade called Fringe. Do I want to leave this an all matte look? I feel like, I should have done something a little bit different on the lid. And I don't know if this shadow, let me try it. If it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna add one of the shimmer shades. I'm taking Lucy on a BK203. Oh yeah, that brightened it up a little bit. I was thinking we were getting a bone shade, but no, we're not. But this is actually, this is working. I think I will do like something shimmer for the inner corner. At least we can see how the mattes are working with one another. I'm gonna go back in with Evergreen. So I'm gonna keep things kind of just monochromatic, and I'm bringing the shade Evergreen down to the lower lash line. I'm using my Rephr 26. Now I think I'm gonna go in with this shimmer shadow next. This one is called Maryland. Same Rephr 26, but I did spray it with some setting spray. Ooh, I like that. All right, guys, I'm gonna add some finishing touches, and I will be right back to show you the completed look number 1. Okay, guys, here's the completed look number 1. I went in with some Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner for the top lash line, and for the lower waterline, a NYX Epic Smoke Liner. This one is in the shade Sage Sparks, perfect complement to this all green look. And the mascara I'm using in today's video is Maybelline Sky High Mascara. And I like it. I like the way this look turned out. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do the all matte look, but I think it all pulled together. Let's move over to the left eye and we'll start working on look number 2. So for look number 2, I want to do something with the pinks and maybe something green for the lower lash line. So I think I'm going to go in first with these 2 shades. I'll start first with the lighter one. This one is called Holly. And I'm taking Holly on a Rephr 15. Now on a Rephr 14, I'm going in with the shade Belle. I like this shade. This is a really pretty shade. Nice, neutral, wearable. Just throw it in the crease and put a shimmer on the lid and go. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything to like deepen up the look. I'm kind of tempted to try this one, Jazzy, but let's see if I put it here. This might not be the right brush. This is more of a shimmer shade, yeah. Not exactly what I wanted to do. There's not going to be a lot of depth with this palette. Let's just put it that way, and that's okay. Not every palette needs to go very deep. I think what I want to do is I want to go in with this shadow. This shade is called Flare, and I'm taking it on a damp Morphe M124. Now I'm going to pick up some of that shade Jazzy. You see how changing the brush just makes all the difference? I'm going to try using my finger for Flare. Okay, now I think what I want to do is I'm going to pick up a little bit of Flutter also with my finger. Just apply it right here to the center. That looks really pretty. Just something soft. It's soft, it's pretty. For the lower lash line, I think I'm going to do... Actually, I'm not going to do green. I'm going to try this shadow right here. This one's called Maxi. And I'm using a Rephr 03. I did not spray it, even though this is one of the metallic shadows. That's pretty. This palette is just really giving me a lot of springtime vibes. I am getting some fallout. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to go back in with the shade Flutter, and I'm going to use my Repro 3. I did spray it. Okay guys, I'm going to take care of the finishing touches off camera, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look number 2. Okay guys, here's the completed look number 2, something very soft. I feel like this is a soft, more neutral, wearable, everyday type of eye look. Same eyeliner for the top lash line, and then for the lower waterline, I went in with this one from ColourPop. I brought these out on Sunday when I filmed my ColourPop for Target video. This is the Color Stick, and this one is the matte shade, one of the matte shades in the shade Day Date. And I felt like it was the perfect complement to the matte shadows and the shimmer shadows up here on the lid. So I like the way the look turned out. I like the way both of these looks have turned out. I think I'm gonna remove this look, and I'll be right back, and we'll start creating the third and final look with the new Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. Okay, what do we want to create for the third look? I feel like I need to use, I used this shade. I haven't used this one. So I think I'm going to start with this one in the crease. I've used all the pink and green mattes. Let's start there. This one is called Fave. And then I'll think about what we're going to do next. I'm using my Repro 15. A very nice taupe shade. Very easy to throw in the crease or even pack on the lid if you wanted to. Now I think I'm going to go in with the shade Oz. I'm going to put that on my lid. And then I'm going to spray the brush Morphe M124. Ooh, I do feel fallout. See, I'm going to keep it over here to this outer half. I have been feeling quite a bit of fallout from the shimmer shadows. Now I think I'm going to go in with this shade right here, Oscar, for the inner half. I'm going to use the same brush. I'm just going to spray it again. That's pretty. Those blend really well together. Now the only shade I haven't used is, no, I used that one. I was going to say Maryland, but oh, this one down here. I'll put this one in the inner corner, and that's it. I've used them all. Yay! Okay, so for the lower lash line, I think I'm going to do, I kind of wanted to do something pink and green. So I'm going to go in with this one right here, Belle. Using my Repro 26. Now on a little pencil brush, I'm taking the shade Palladian. This is the only one I haven't used. That is definitely our inner corner highlight. Okay guys, I'm gonna add some finishing touches and I'll be right back to show you this third and final look. Okay guys, here's the completed look number 3. Same everything with the exception of the lower waterline. I went in with this ColourPop cream gel liner in the shade Peach Fizz. This is the look. I think this is the intended look for the palette, a pink and green combination. So I couldn't not do that. But I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with all 3 looks I was able to create. Let me go ahead and share with you guys my thoughts on this new Retro Glam palette from Natasha Denona. And I'm also going to give you a comparison to something some of you might have part of in your stash already. If not, you've already ordered it. And just wait for it because this is going to be a really good comparison. Okay guys, so after creating 3 looks, let's talk about this new one from Natasha Denona. I like the outward packaging. You can remove the pans and put them in your own palette or just rearrange them within this palette if you want to. And I do want to mention this palette is made in Italy. So here are our Retro Glam shades, which again, I don't think this looks like the Retro palette. I don't think it looks like the Glam palette. It's definitely the older sister of the mini retro palette, but that's about it. I think that this is a very springtime color story. What do you guys think? When I saw this, I of course, immediately drawn to the greens, but I felt a lot of spring vibes coming from this palette. It's a very light palette. You're not going to achieve a lot of depth with this palette, so if that's what you're going for, you're going to need to pull in some other shades. And maybe you're going to pull in some of the shades from the retro palette, because that palette can go pretty deep. Maybe you're going to bring in a matte black or a matte dark brown shadow to kind of help you deepen up the looks, or even a matte dark green would be fabulous. But you know, this is going to be a light to medium tone eyeshadow palette, and that's okay. Not everything has to be dark and dramatic. There is a place for something like this in all of our collections. For me, I love the green. I personally would want a little bit more depth. I would have loved to have seen a dark matte green in this palette, or a dark matte brown, but that's just me and my preferences. Other than that, I felt like the shadows all performed just fine. It's the typical great Natasha Denona quality. There is this one cream to powder shade right here. I don't feel like the shimmers are perhaps the most sparkly that I've seen Natasha Denona done, and that's okay, because I don't think the vibe of this palette is meant to be like in your face. It's more of a subdued color story, and it's meant to be more kind of along the lines of maybe the pastel side, I guess you could say. Although in thinking about her pastel palette from, was it earlier this year, I will say I enjoy this one more than I did that one, but maybe it's something that you can pair with one another. Now, overall, guys, I think if you gravitate towards these shades, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with the palette. It's Natasha Denona formula. She always has a really good formula. It's very easy to work with. It's user-friendly. And, you know, if this is your color story, then have at it. This palette retails for $69, and it is available right now on several retailers. It will be hitting stores. I think it hits Sephora stores on, I think it's next week sometime. If I can find it, I'll have it in the description box. But let me know your thoughts. So what did you think of this color story? Is this something that you're going to be picking up? I know a lot of you were excited about it. When I posted it in the community section, a lot of you said that you ordered it either on pre-order or you got it for 20% off, the way I did during the Sephora VIB sale. This came out the last day of the sale, and so I'm so happy I was able to grab it and grab one for one of you lucky viewers out there. We'll talk about that in a second. I do want to mention that I did order the Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson in Mel's Memory bundle. That hasn't shipped out yet. At least for me, it hasn't shipped out, but I do think, and I'm going to put a picture of it right here, I think if you're wanting it, I'm just going by the picture. I don't have any of these shades in my stash, but just going by the picture, you can definitely see the resemblance. And I'm going to hold up, here is Retro Glam over here. You can definitely see that there is a bunch of similarities. Now, this is a palette. This one over here is the palette that Mel Thompson created. Mel Thompson, unfortunately, is no longer with us. She did pass around this time last year. So this is something that her family actually approved the sale of and the release of, and a portion of the proceeds from this particular sale will go to benefit Mel's family. She did leave behind a husband, and I believe she had 4 children, 3 or 4 children. So, and they were all in school. They weren't, you know, in college or anything. They were kids. They were small kids. So I know a lot of you were ordering this, you were excited about it, but I just wanted to hold them up because you can definitely see they are very similar. And personally, I feel like the Mel bundle is going to have a little bit more depth, a little bit more versatility. It does have a few more shades, and I think if you're wanting to achieve, again, some deeper looks, I think her bundle might be the one to go with versus this one from Natasha Denona. Once I get her bundle, I will definitely compare them. I'll do some looks comparing them to one another, but that is really something that I did want to order, and I wanted to let you guys know that I had ordered it. And of course, once it comes in, I'll do my comparisons. We'll create a look side by side, and you guys can let me know which palette or which color story appeals to you most. So overall, guys, I liked the palette from the packaging to the color story. Is it my ideal color story? No, but for what the palette is, I think it performs really well and it does a great job. So I'm gonna give this palette 2 thumbs up. Now, let's talk about the giveaway, because one of you lucky viewers out there is gonna win your very own Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. This giveaway starts today and it ends on Tuesday, November the 15th at 6 p.m. CST. A random winner will be chosen and notified via email, because there is a Google form in the description box that you'll need to fill out with some basic contact information, and that is how I'm going to get in touch with you, with whatever email you put in that Google form. Now, what do you have to do? How do you enter? It's all really very simple. You got to be subscribed to my channel, you got to like this video, and you got to leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this palette. Let me know what you thought about the 3 looks I created. Is this on your radar? Maybe you're going to skip it and go for Mel's bundle. Just leave me a comment related to the video. I will not be responding to anybody's comment, and this is to avoid scammers. Please, if you see a picture that looks like me, it looks like it could be me, and I'm responding to your comment, letting you know that you won, it's not me. I'm never going to ask you to text me. I'm never going to ask you to send me money. I'm never going to ask you to DM me or send me a text on WhatsApp. I don't even use WhatsApp. Ignore it. I'm going to do my best to delete all of those comments that come in. All you're going to see from me is a little heart. A little heart. I'm going to like everybody's comment. And as long as you do those other things and fill out the Google form, you are automatically entered. This is an international giveaway that is void where prohibited. And the winner assumes all taxes, duties, and fees associated with final delivery. I pay to ship it to you. Whatever you need to do to get it to your house or to your property, you got to take care of that on your end. Now, I will be emailing one of you around the 6 p.m. mark on November the 14th. So make sure if you do enter this giveaway, you're checking your email around that time. I will also post in the community section and over on my Insta stories that a winner has been notified via email. That way you guys can remember to check your email and see if indeed you are the winner. The winner has 24 hours to respond, or unfortunately, and it has happened before, I will have to choose another winner. And I hate when I have to do that, but sometimes it happens. And I don't choose the winner, guys. The computer picks the winner. Everything is at random, and I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy that you all helped me get to 18K here on YouTube. And you know, this is just a small token of my appreciation to all of you out there for always liking, commenting, watching my videos. It really means the world to me, guys. Please check the description box so you can make sure you follow all the rules and you get yourself entered. It is 1 entry per account, and I cannot wait to give this to one of you lucky viewers out there. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water. I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.